Hello, hello. I'm hoping you guys can hear me okay. I might have to talk a little bit louder. I don't know what's up with my volume. I'm trying to figure it out, but sometimes people say they have a hard time either hearing me or uh, whoever I'm playing on here. So right now, I want to share with you guys. I've cut back a little bit on my Leticia videos. I know I said after she had the baby, I'm out, I'm done. But there's still things going on with the baby, and I'm wanting to follow what happens. I want to know if she's going to show up to court. I mean, the Leticia saga is not over, so I'm going to be checking in, and I know many of you guys are still very interested. You've been invested the entire time, and it's emotional, and so you still want to know what's going on. I know some of you are subscribed to other channels that also um, cover Leticia, but some of my subscribers don't know of any of the other channels and they like to watch it here. That's how they learned about her. So I don't want to let you guys down. Come on. So I want to show you guys this. I'm going to have to blow it up a little bit so you guys can see a little bit more. But supposedly, the foster parents who have her baby emailed her. Now, it says sent from my iPhone, which is her iPhone, but I'm guessing she sent it to her Instagram, maybe from her iPhone. So she got the picture somewhere of her baby. So people are doubting that she was sent this, but I'm wondering then where she would have gotten the picture of her baby. But how she reacts to this kind message from this lady is horrible. It's like, how sweet if somebody really did reach out to her. I wasn't aware that the foster parents could directly this soon try to contact the birth parent. I don't know. I mean, I thought that all had to be done through, the correct channels. But okay, let's read it. Um, you guys, let me see if I can blow it up a little bit better for you all. If I do that, though, then I can't go to, I know I look like crap. I don't care. I've been a very busy girl. Let me think. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. It doesn't. It won't let me blow it up on that side. So I'll read it to you, and hopefully you guys can see. Okay. So Leticia, this is what she says, and then I will read you what the message says. She says, this was 9 hours ago. I don't need, well, when she posted this, she had posted it 9 hours ago. It says, I don't need this type of harassment or psychological trauma. Keep your thoughts and new child to yourself. This child is no longer mine, remember? The state clarified that and forced me to reject this child after all the abuse I sustained while carrying and shortly after attempting to breastfeed. Some people, just like you, just like to abuse others emotionally. Karma's a bitch, Michelle. Grow up and learn to regulate your insanity. Cute baby, though. I'll be glad to see how his mental health is in about 18 years. Hopefully, you fosters can take wonderful care of him while he suffers the emotional and psychological trauma after being yanked away from my breast. Happy Labor Day, everyone. God save the mentally ill. She's way too obsessed with this breastfeeding shit. Now, I get it. As a mother, that's where we bond with our babies. That's how they bond with us. But you can still bond. There's plenty of bottle fed babies that are loved and love their mother. So It seems as though breastfeeding is the only thing she's focused on when it comes to this baby. But I think it's very unhealthy. So this is the message that Michelle had sent Leticia. Good morning, Leticia. I am the foster mother of your son, Jason. I've watched a few of your videos and wanted to reach out to let you know he is safe, healthy, and loved like crazy. My family is smitten with him and loving him completely until you two are reunified. Please let me start by saying he is a perfect baby. He sleeps well, eats well, and is a peaceful boy. I guess I just wanted to connect and let you know. Hold on. Um, and let you know. Um, oh, I think she. Wait, where'd the rest of it go? She did a second part. I think the second part. Oh, I think she said, and let you know that he was pretty much being well cared for. Okay, where's the picture of the baby? Um, well, she showed a picture of the baby. Where'd it go? Okay. Well, maybe I can show it on here. Hold on. Let me get back to StreamYards real quick. I can show it on here real quick. Okay, it's right here. I just want to get back to you and let you know. He ate. I just wanted to connect and let you know he's safe. I cannot imagine being in your shoes and not knowing. I'm hoping this gives you comfort. And then she says, here's a picture of him this morning post breakfast. Please take care of yourself. Okay. So this is the picture they sent post breakfast. And he looks happy. Okay, I'm trying to look and see. They don't have anything else in the picture. Nothing. He's adorable, though, right? Aw. So Leticia's response was horrific. She told her she's pretty much crazy. And yeah, she's crazy. Wow. Unbelievable. Okay. I think she should and who she has not had her rights completely taken away. No. Like she can try to if she does the work she needs to do to better herself, she can have her baby. But she says being the baby has not been breastfed by her, he's it's too late. Who does that as a mother? It's not like somebody else is breastfeeding him, right? Now that would be a little weird, but it's not, and why if she really wanted to get him back, which she says she doesn't, we're going to listen. Why wouldn't she pump and dump or pump and save the milk and maybe stop smoking the weed for a little bit so she can feed him, the milk? She should not be a mother. Sorry. Like, and all those people who are, I'm just going to say, the people who are sitting there thinking they're doing good for her by excusing her behavior, sending her money, that's the worst thing you can do. You're not helping her in the least. She doesn't care what your encouragement online. She doesn't care about it. She just wants to hear herself talk. That's it. So let's go to the other one. I think that would be uh, this one. Let's go to this one. Okay. Well, she's done quite a few. Look at how good I've been, you guys. I am literally like, I haven't done a reaction on any of these. I'm doing so good. Um, oh, there's this one where she. Okay, let's do this one and see. Look at how long she does these: an hour 46, an hour 15, an hour 48, 2 hours and 3 minutes, an hour and 44 minutes, 52 minutes. Look at how long she's on here: an hour 20, an hour 55, an hour 54, an hour 50. That's what she does. She spends all day talking to herself on these. Okay, so this was just 17 hours ago. Now watch the difference, okay? Watch the difference. Well, this is 1 day ago. She really has an attitude in here. Let's start with this one, okay? Let's do this one. Let's go back. I forwarded through it. Come on, bitch, let's go. I don't have time for you. I'm just kidding.
Did take some pictures and put them on Instagram of what I looked like earlier after I showered. I just put on that outfit when I met the dude, December 4th. And then I'd done it like at 5 months along or something to see how it fit. And it was very snug. I could not button it across the front. That's how it came out. It was just, I'm very large right now. Just everything is bigger than it was 9 months ago. But I weighed in at 171 this morning, 171 pounds. And that was one of the weighted scales or whatever, the calibrated ones, or the manual one. So, a dog show, dog show. That's why I know so much about dogs.
What a fake laugh.
That's funny.
What a fake.
Literally love them.
Look at her. What that laugh is such a fake laugh. But you know when she's talking about I love them too much, I literally love them. She's talking about she's being sarcastic because she allowed them to go down on her for years, and she's also killed many of them. So she, that's she's making a joke about it.
I'm just playing. It doesn't happen like all the time. It's just so poodle. The one that was decapitated. So I knew. I was like, man, you know my deepest, darkest secrets. I better just be honest all the time. I better just expose the truth constantly. Thank you. I don't know about beautiful. I think it's mostly because I put a little bit of makeup on. When I put a little makeup on, people can't.
Yeah, remember you always say how ugly you are all the time when people are telling you you're so pretty. Oh, look at, or even when they're not, she's like, I'm so ugly. But every man wants her, right? Every man, they just can't keep her hands off her. There's something about her. So she doesn't think she's ugly.
Can't tell I've been crying. People can't tell that my life is a mess because I look like a decent human being. I don't really want to go to court. Although my mother sent me a message saying that my dad and she would go with me and to stand with me to try to keep me out of jail.
Why would you want that, Leticia? Your mother is horrible, remember? Why would you want her help? And remember, your mom never does anything for you, I thought. So, does she do things for you or not? And why would you accept her help? You can't go to court by yourself? Are you scared? Are you scared? Leticia, who's 35 years old, are you scared to go to court? You need your mommy there?
At the very least. But then that makes me look bad because I'm like, why am I taking help from people that I talk shit about because it's the truth? I can't
Because it's
help
the
it.
truth,
I
my
disclose
ass.
everybody's problems, and then I'm like, I get in trouble, and I'm like, why? I'm just stating the facts. And either you want to help me and love me, or you don't, and that's okay too. So
She doesn't
yes,
even
I'm a
make
monster.
sense.
You
You
created
are.
a monster.
Yep.
So
You make no sense, bitch. Hold on, you guys.
I wish I could work out my arms,
I have to grab
but I've just
something
sort of still
really
been
quick.
tired. This is really bothering me. The skin that I have on this one arm is like really bothering me. If only I could be perfect again. If only. I'm 35 years old, and I bet people really young think that I'm around their age. If I cover any of this, any of my flaws, people are crazy. I am old looking. I think I look like a grandma, especially with my short curly hair.
But then she says in another video, I'm surprised I look as good as I do. It's everybody else's fault she has those wrinkles, right? It's everyone else's fault she has wrinkles because they caused her stress. So that's why she got the wrinkles. You guys, this is just a little halter top. It's not like lingerie or anything, just so you know.
I'm wearing grandma style hair.
Yeah,
That's funny.
I don't like that
That's
hair.
funny.
You look like a
So
poodle.
earlier,
Ugh, not cute, not attractive. Looks better straight.
no, he'll know. My son will understand if there was like a discrepancy as to why I wasn't around him. That's really sad. Um,
Is it? Is it
aw, I love
sad?
you.
Then why are you letting him?
I'm
Why
sorry
aren't
that you
you
have
fighting for
HIV.
him?
That must be really rough.
Why aren't you fighting for him then, huh?
I wonder why they gave me 3 tests for HIV.
She makes it
I
about
was very
her.
concerned about that. Now thinking back, what if one of these dudes had it and I just didn't catch it? And what the fuck?
You're
Whoa.
so dramatic.
Whoa.
She always has
I don't
to
know
say
about that. I
the
was
most,
horrified earlier
the
just
worst
thinking about
scenario
that.
possible.
And I don't mean to say that like, oh, you're infected and whatever, but
Yes, you do.
I've
You'll
helped
say
people
it
out when
later.
they're still infected, just
Oh, stop. You do
didn't
not.
care if my blood got mixed with theirs.
Really? Where'd you
But
help him? When?
you do what you do, and some
When?
people harass others like that, but
Wait,
there's
hold
got to
on.
be some way.
She just felt really stupid for saying what she said, so she had to try to, bring it back. And what did you hear her say? Oh, I'm not trying to say, that anything that you have it or anything, but I've helped people with HIV and I haven't cared if I've gotten infected. Really, bitch? Is that why you're always saying how gross people are if they don't brush their teeth or if you don't wash your hands? Really? You're going to be around somebody and help them and not care if you got their blood on you? Shut up. You a lie. You a lie.
Way of helping individuals.
You don't help
I
shit.
know that it gets rough because when you're promiscuous,
You've never
and even if
helped
you're not,
anybody,
and if
you
that's like the
sicko.
one thing that you're just gonna, yeah, I'm trying to avoid all my sins now. Like what? Breathing? I'll stop for you. I'll stop. I'll
She
make it
makes
in.
no sense,
Let's
dude.
see.
None. Just a bunch of jibber jabber, blibber blubber.
Oh, yeah, nobody can use your past against you. And like moving forward is the best thing.
Okay, then.
Aw, great looking babies. Aw. I wonder if
Really?
they could like remove that part of your DNA, like the contamination, to be able to produce offspring that was healthy. I'm sure that's possible. Interesting.
I don't know. Why don't you go to school and try to figure it out? Do something about it. How about that? She says it's best just to move forward, right? It's best just to move forward. You know what? I feel so good about myself and I'm not anxious anymore now that that baby's out of me. So guess what? I'm going to move on. And then what does she do? She goes on and does lives for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and talks about JW, the baby, everybody who's done her wrong, everything. This crazy bitch. Hold on. I have to put on most comfy, my most comfy. Hold on. Nobody but, okay, come on. No one can see me, right? No one can see me. Hopefully. These jean shorts are bugging me. I want to get comfy. All right. Watch me. Okay, so let's see how well she moves on, okay? Let's just see. Let's see how well she moves on.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, that inevitably my kids will just see the videos and they'll realize how much I cared about them.
No,
And there's nothing I can do.
you should
I'm
never
not going to
want
sit
them
there
to
and
see
fight
your
the
big.
system to, I love you too. My mom, she said that I was cool. Like she sent me a message and I was like, that's nice. That made me feel good. So I don't know. I might talk to her about what had happened and I don't really want her to show up to court though, or my dad. I would never want the child back after we didn't have enough time to bond. It just doesn't seem right to me. It doesn't. I just don't understand it. I know that sounds crazy, but he didn't suckle at my breast.
See? The breasts. Why is she so concerned about the breasts all the time? Suckle at my breast. Why are you so fixated on that? I'm sure the baby will be fine. But you know what I'm really getting out of all this whole charade she's doing is she don't want the baby. After she found out that JW didn't want her, after that, she didn't want the baby. And she thought, how can I get out of this? Hmm? How can I get out of this without getting in trouble? I'll just be crazy. Then they won't give me the baby, and then I won't be stuck with him. Unless I get JW to come back to me in the meantime.
So that's so sad because I'm like, I can't do it. I just can't. If he were breastfeeding, that would be one thing. Then it would make me feel like I had a purpose. But then to bottle feed him, it would be a complete just
This is what she makes other women feel
disgrace on
bad.
my end. You know, just so
Yeah, because moms
disgraceful
who
that I would
bottle
have to have
feed.
a bottle to feed my child because I was inadequate during the time of his birth. What are you talking about, neglect?
How, look at her face. How fucked up is that? Those women in the chat who are sitting here listening to her say that, she's pretty much telling any woman that has not breastfeeded their child, has not breastfed their child, are inadequate. That's fucked up. That's that's fucked up. See, she doesn't care. She doesn't think before she speaks. She doesn't care how she offends people. She doesn't care. And here she's gonna say, "What are you talking about neglect?" Just because you wanted to breastfeed your child does not mean that you aren't neglectful. You psycho. I have to get that picture. Hold on. Let me get it. Let me get it. Get a good one. Those fingers, though. I wonder which one's her shit finger, her poop finger. I forgot.
I had him for 8 hours and all he did was lay there with my titty. The fuck is wrong with you? People are crazy. My God. Oh my God. And then I changed him. At least I got the opportunity to
Listen
change
to
him
what she
once
says here.
before you
She's just
guys fucking
weird.
destroyed him, fucking contaminated him with your filthy fucking hands. No thanks. He was so cute. And I saw some kids too earlier. I was like, oh my God, you're so cute. And people were walking around with strollers and everything. I'm like,
There's more to a child than being cute. That's all she says. He was so cute. Okay, babies are cute. Just because you think he's cute doesn't mean you're going to be able to take care of him.
I thought prior to the pandemic, I was like, I would never have a baby during the pandemic. Fuck all that noise. I have no money to take care of it. I have no money to keep it
No,
safe.
you thought
And what if the
the
world came
man
to a
would.
fucking end? I would never be able to live with myself because of the fucking pain that the child would have to sustain during the end of times. Fuck that.
Then why'd you spread your legs and why'd you tell him to ejaculate inside you? Why?
Let's see here.
Should have kept them bad boys shut.
I know. I try not to listen to the low vibration anymore. I feel much better. Like
Oh,
now that I pooped out the baby, I feel like I have no anxiety whatsoever. It's so weird. I have like no need to seek anymore.
seek what?
Like I guess what I was doing was seeking for the baby, and now it's like okay, I'm fine. I'm by myself again, and everything and anything can be taken from you at any time, so might as well give it up before you had it. A lot of times it's just better not to even partake. Affected you with it, and then you had to fall in love with it, and then it got removed. That is the craziest fucking shit. You should hate him for the rest of his fucking life because he never made amends. He never stood up to the fucking plate, and he was fucking, what is that? He was out before the game even fucking started. So,
Why would any woman expect a man to fucking get involved in their life with a baby that they're pregnant with when they're not sure it's theirs? Can you imagine? Picture it. 2021. You meet a girl offline. She's homeless and needs a place to feel safe. So you offer her a place out of the kindness of your heart. But you were interested too. So you said, come on over. I need gas money. Okay, so on the way to see you, she does a cuddle session job and makes a few hundred because she gets naked for the guy and he pays her a few $100. So she's got money. She's trotting over to JW's. They go out to dinner. He smacks her ass. She now feels offended, but after he smacked her ass, I think they made out in the parking lot for a little while. So she wasn't too offended. They went back to the place. They talk, they share, whatever. She takes a shower. They get in bed. They're laying in bed. He's reaching over and, doing a little touchy, feely. I guess gets on her, whatever, does his thing, and asks her when he's done if she wants a rag. This is her story, okay? And then she says that she just laid there, and then she started crying, and he said, "You're making me feel bad." Oh, and he's like, that's what he said. She says that he said. But what she doesn't remember is in another video, she tells the story a different way. She said it didn't hurt at first, right? So she didn't really say anything. I shared the video where she said something about I could feel him in the beginning, but then it hurt more the more he went in, yada, yada, yada. Well, I thought you were asleep. And I thought you didn't know he had done anything until it was over. So you felt him inside you and you didn't say anything? But also, he had told her, if you don't feel comfortable with me here, I will leave. And she said, no. What I want to know, there was girls in the next room, according to her. You think he's going to grape her when there's other women in the room? Come on, in the same place? So that next morning, she asks him, hey, I want to get mine. You want to have sex? He's like, well, do you have, we have condoms, anything? We don't have any protection. Oh, I can do the plan B. Okay. And so they do it. And as they're doing it, he says, "Where do you want me to go? Where do you want me?" She says, "Do it inside me. I'll just take the plan B." So he does it inside her per her request. All the while she's knowing she's ovulating. So he had to go do something. He left for a while. He didn't bring back the plan B because in the midst of him being gone, she was messaging him, acting like a crazy woman. Crazy woman. He's like, "I don't want to, I'm not equipped to deal with you." That's why he stopped talking to her. The way she says it, "Oh, he just stopped talking to me because I was pregnant." No. He stopped talking to you because you're a fucking nutcase. If you wouldn't have behaved that way and given him time to get back and you guys talked and you could have went and got the plan B together. But so she ends up leaving, right? She doesn't go get the plan B herself. She had money, but she leaves a lot of this shit out for the new people that are watching her and people who maybe not have been following the whole entire time. The second time is when she says she got pregnant, she believes. She believes it was the morning of when she asked him to have sex with her and he ejaculated inside her. Okay? But she's blaming him for her whole pregnancy. I want to know your guys' opinion. Is that his fault? Or does she need to take accountability for the fact she knew she was ovulating? She asked him to ejaculate inside her, not use protection, and then didn't go get the plan B herself when he didn't. It was $50 she could have gotten it at most. Okay? So why does she get away with blaming him? You know what she says? Well, everyone's like, why would you ask him to have sex with you if you felt so uncomfortable with? Well, the damage had already been done and I just detached and so I wanted to get mine. Would you want to have an orgasm from a rapist? Anybody, please put it in the comments. Would you seek sex, for one, from someone who did that to you? Or would you want to be getting the fuck out of there? Or would you feel attracted enough to him to even have an orgasm? Like, and all these people who stick up for her, what if that was your son or grandson being accused of something like that when it was completely consensual? Did she say, did he say, "Can I have sex with you?" No. Did she say, "You can't have sex with me"? No. So it was just, no, there wasn't that verbal agreement that they were going to. But how often is there?
I don't know. To me, I feel like, no, bitch, sober the fuck up. And that's why earlier I was thinking, I was like, oh my God, I'm probably going to show up and try to keep the baby. I was thinking delusionally for a second. How the fuck am I going to keep a fucking baby? I have nowhere to put it. The fuck? I thought I was leaking a little bit earlier, but I doubt he's in chat right now. December 4th. Thank you so much. I did take great care of him. He was a little cutie. I liked him a lot. He was a cutie. I'm sure he'll be fine. He'll be adequate, but that doesn't mean that the child will get everything he needs, because when he was removed from the mother,
Well, he wouldn't with
that's
you
going to be a
either.
huge fucking issue for him. Eventually, he's going to be like, holy shit, what happened?
No, actually, guess what? There's so many people, so many kids who have been adopted. They had no idea. They had no idea they were adopted until they accidentally found out, or their parents decided to tell them at a certain age, or they did the DNA or whatever, the 23andMe or the, Ancestry. No, there's plenty of kids who have been adopted out who have no clue that their parents aren't their parents. So shut up. Just because the child isn't going to be with you doesn't mean his life is doomed.
Wanted me. Yep. The kids will be fucked up.
It's like
Let's see here.
she gets pleasure from saying that her son's going to be effed up. She gets
Yeah,
pleasure.
he does. That man has other children and he doesn't take care of them. Why would I have a
For one, when you give your sperm to somebody, to a company, whatever they're called, you know what I'm saying, when you donate your sperm so somebody can have a baby, you don't take care of that baby. So what are you talking about? No. I mean, that's not how it goes. You don't just get a hold of them or have them get a hold of you and you take care of the baby. No, they have the sperm so they can have a baby and have their life. Miss Hyper Intelligent.
assumed he would actually care about me. I thought for a moment that it was his sort of like karma to deal with me so that it would make him realize what he had done prior and make some attempts to
Why would he
seek
care about
forgiveness or
you?
penance.
He
But
didn't know
that was
you.
not what happened. He was in denial and he's very selfish. He's a narcissist.
Him? Oh, see,
So,
he's
and that's very sad.
He's a narcissist, bitch. He's a narcissist. He's a narcissist and selfish. This is her saying that.
Because that means that the bloodline's going to run to his son. And I worried because I was like, oh my God, he's not going to be there to suckle. Well, then, oh well.
Suckle, yeah, I'm not going to have my kid suckling on my tit and my dog, gross.
No, they didn't really resemble each other at birth.
It's probably not
She
his.
was a lot more feminine, I guess, looking, and he was more like me looking.
Oh,
so
poor kid.
I guess things turned out well. Hopefully she'll be a cutie. And he'll be a cutie too in his own right. And I'm worried if he looks like me. I don't know. Anybody would want it to disappear. You have no idea how fucking weird it is for something to be growing in your body and you didn't ask for it.
You
Fucking
did.
alien right there.
You did ask for it. Literally. The fuck?
Fuck? Of course I was confused. Anybody would want to hurt themselves when they're confined. There was no reason to confine me. There was no reason whatsoever, and I act out toward my body when that happens. Sorry.
No.
Plus, I really was having trouble breathing.
You didn't act out toward your body. You wanted to hurt the baby. Same reason she's talking about when someone asked, why'd you punch your stomach? Listen to her excuse for that. And then taking those pills. Remember that too.
And that the ribs, they're starting to go back down.
Mm-hmm.
But when he was getting larger in me, it was spreading out, and the pain from that was really hard to bear. I had to put pressure on my ribs a lot of times to stabilize my breathing.
Really? You were live like 20 hours out of the day. You never did it.
He had a lot of fluid in his sack, though, I guess. His sack. That's funny.
I think she is a...
Oh, yeah. People keep saying something about the moderator and being kicked off.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I didn't choose the moderator, and I just don't care.
I think she does weird things. And probably did to her daughter.
Have your little battles.
I believe that.
Make no sense when you make no sense. But I'm not going to argue with fools. Let's see. If I had a yard, it would be filled with dead bodies. By now. By now. because everybody knew the psychological repercussions, because they couldn't hold a fucking man accountable when they needed to within a 9-month time frame. Instead, they harassed the woman because she was more submissive, because she was more compliant, because it was easier to subtract her from the equation than it was to alter anything else for anyone. Interesting.
You don't make any sense, bitch.
Interesting.
She makes that face like,
Wasn't trying
see?
to get anything out of him like that.
Mhm.
And if you sit there and say he's fucking innocent, he's
He
technically not.
is.
Do I want to see him in jail? No, not really. Do I want to see him scared shitless? Yes, of course. You don't do that to girls like me. I'm very sensitive and I'm very cautious. So the fact that all of that happened, what the fuck? That's inappropriate. And yes, I was sleeping, motherfucker.
No, you
You
weren't.
shouldn't have touched me whatsoever in the middle of the night. That is not how you fucking handle a lady. You shouldn't have touched me whatsoever.
Well, a lady wouldn't go pick him up off of the site and go out and do a cuddle session on her way out to see him and then go stay with a strange guy. A lady wouldn't do that. Especially when this lady says all the time that all these guys are always victimize her. Then why do you keep putting yourself in those positions? Because you know it's not true, or you wouldn't keep doing it.
So even if there is a video of it, he shouldn't have touched my hand at all and put it on his crotch. So I pulled it away, thinking that was the end of it. And then I was scared and I froze and I detached. I couldn't deal with it.
I
He had already gone.
detached. I detached. That's her excuse for everything. I detached. Why didn't you kick him in the nuts and get up and go? See, the thing is, she had her own car. She had her car, both with Thomas and this JW. She had her car. Anytime she felt uncomfortable, she could have walked out the fucking door, and she didn't.
Gone through with too much. You filed a false rep report, Class D felony. I didn't file a false report. So if they
Yes,
want
you
to take it
did.
to the extreme to put me in prison,
Yep.
then I'm pretty sure
Yes.
they're going to fucking hell.
No, because that's a crime, bitch. You can't slander a guy all over social media, all over the internet, accuse him of doing this, and then accuse the baby of being his without proof, even if the baby is his. You have slandered him over and over and over and used him for content this entire time.
On earth.
And your baby. What are you going to do now? Just sit here and talk about the last 9 months for another year until you do something else crazy, which will happen way before then, I'm sure.
I didn't put that paperwork out. I showed it. I disclosed it. So what? That's my primitive mind thinking that people are going to do right by the situation.
Oh, shut
You
up.
making me want to fucking kill you. Quit.
Wait, hold on. I thought you didn't have
To control
anxiety.
you. And that's exactly what it was. They couldn't control me in any other way. What did they have to play with? The one thing that I found most valuable, the time and effort that I placed into
Your weed? If they really wanted to play with you, Leticia, you wouldn't be able to smoke your weed. Think about that one, because you care about your weed more than you do your baby. So your weed would be gone. They'd be waiting right there. You're not that special. The feds aren't watching you to catch you on something because you're so important. They're stalking you.
raising that child, or conceiving that child and developing it and keeping it as safe as I could away from even my crazy thoughts, which I did a really good job. I did.
Really? You're
I have to
crazy?
say,
We all have videos to prove otherwise. You kept the baby away from your crazy thoughts? Okay.
after all the stress though of getting assaulted by my brother, I couldn't handle it.
God.
I was like, you motherfucker, I want to claw your fucking eyes out. I just wanted to stab him to death. Like that's how badly I have to get away from situations, because I'm like, I'm so fucking pissed. One of these days I'm gonna snap, and these fucking cutting board, or the fucking, oh my god.
Exactly. You just said it. Bingo. You have to get away from the situation or you're going to snap. What happens when you can't get away from the situation? You just said you wanted to stab your brother to death because he was causing you frustration and anger, right? You had to get away from the situation. That's why you shouldn't have children in your presence or animals.
God, I swear to Christ, these motherfuckers, and they get away with it. They get away with murder. And it's like, why are you making me want to fucking kill you? Quit abusing me. You know?
Who's abusing you?
It's about the physical stuff mostly too, and the sexual. Whoa, that shit gets to me really.
She talks every day like she's being abused every single day. Every day, like someone's abusing her every day. It, she's a schizo.
Badly, I want to kill somebody.
Mm.
That's why I go on my fucking stalking sprees. And people are like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about. So, but then it's like, but we couldn't actually have any video or whatever evidence. No, I suppose not.
You're a psycho. God.
Suicide. I needed that medication. So there's a stipulation there. I had a very high risk pregnancy. They can't denounce that I needed that for my psychological well being. They wanted to put me on pharmaceuticals, which would have altered his chemistry while developing. Now, I understand that there are some adverse effects due to the marijuana, but the THC is natural within us. So that heightened state can't be as bad as some of these pharmaceuticals that are man-made with all these artificial substances. So I tried to avoid a lot. That's a very healthy baby you have there. Oh my God, you guys talk so much. Let's see here. He was a boy, and he was like his dad. And unfortunately, he needs to be held accountable for his own sins, which is his.
She's saying her baby needs to be held accountable for his sins.
Right now. Why didn't I bother to go to court? Because they started this shit in the first place. And I'm not going to fight for something that they're calling bullshit on, all right? You can keep him. There's no reason. That'll just be another male in the system that you can be held accountable for later. So I don't know what to tell you. I guess maybe I would have tried a little bit harder had it been a female, but he was a boy and he was like his dad. And unfortunately, he needs to be held accountable for his own sins, which is his conception.
This is a brand new baby. A brand new baby. A newborn. She's saying needs to be held accountable for his own sins, which was him being born. You guys, the fact that he was born, he has to be accountable for that. That's his sin. So, can you imagine if she had this child in her care and she was upset at him, or she was stressed out about something in life, or a guy she wanted to date and they rejected her, or some crazy shit like that, and she can't cope? Can you imagine what she would do to that kid? Oh, you need to be held accountable for your sins. And then she would probably harm him because, that's what she would do. That would be her punishment to him. Wow.
Babies are sinful too in that way. They chose to come through my vessel, and I didn't choose for him to. So that's a violation of my body.
He didn't choose to either,
in some
bitch.
cultures, it's completely acceptable to believe that.
He didn't
So you're
choose
not
to
understanding
either.
from my perspective, because I believe in a lot from different cultures,
Uh-huh.
different ethnicities.
Mm-hmm.
So the way my belief system is, you can't sit there and denounce it. That would be illegal. due to our rights.
That made no sense.
So that's why I keep calling bullshit on their bullshit. No, I
She
didn't put any father on there. He doesn't have a
she
father.
makes no sense.
So,
He doesn't have a father.
oh, I don't know about the DNA test. I
Then why do you
figured since
keep calling
December
JW
4th's
the
name was
father?
written on there that it's his baby. Like they would have found out. Otherwise, his name wouldn't have even been written on that court proceeding. So, I'm assuming that's how they play the game. That was my only hint as to who the father really is. So, yeah, I didn't have weed when I punched my stomach. So, you gotta hold them accountable for keeping me detained for no goddamn reason. Flipping the fuck out. Don't know what the fuck is going on. Yeah. He's not having any withdrawals. I don't know who was tested for the baby. He was the December 4th was listed on the paperwork, but I really don't know. Honestly, I didn't care. I had just assumed it was closer to that one date and just
Not you don't care.
that's why I only harassed him.
Yeah. Hmm. Even though it was within 2 days of each other. Okay.
Well, that's good. If December 4th is finally opening up about his side of the story, I can't wait to hear about it. I mean, I can't wait to hear what his description of the events were. That would be wonderful. And I probably wouldn't seek it out, but that's pretty hilarious. What's done is done. And this shit'll be done by September 20th. The rest of my bullshit will be done, and I won't have to deal with this anymore. So that tiny bit of that tiny twinge of wanting to have emotions for the father, that's irrational. I don't know what to tell you. People are weird. That your body is a gift. And I was saying the reason why I labeled this that is because I feel so much better now that I have my body to myself again. I feel like I could just run a marathon right now. I feel amazing. I don't know what it is. I feel like because I started eating a lot of fresh produce while I got out and being active, making sure I was mobile, making sure I was not just sort of sitting around, even talking like this. I knew I
You do this so many hours out of the day.
did a lot of hours of that, especially while pregnant. I'm not I'm not denouncing that it was my mistake to think that he was genuine, and there's no reason for me to fight or to question why, to get in every detail, you know that's it's not even it's not painful at all. I've So it's the same concept. I don't see why anybody thinks any different. That's a trash baby. Let's see here. He was so perfect. He was so cute. I wish I could have taken me to have to deal with that anymore because that's pretty funny.
She says a whole lot of nothing. Nothing.
And it was something that I was proud of. Since I wouldn't be able to do that with this child, I would never feel proud of myself, and in turn, I would feel ashamed at having to bottle feed him constantly the trash artificial shit. Just so you know, and this piece of shit never came back, so I'm willing to fight for that. You touched me. You should have never touched me, and this never would have happened, and this poor child wouldn't be suffering right now had you not just kept it in your pants. Nobody was flirting with you. Nobody was wanting it from you. You should brush your teeth.
Then why did you ask him to fuck you then? You psychotic bitch.
December 4th.
God. Who?
What you should do is put that money toward a place and try to get the baby back. And I'm like, do you realize that's not even enough money to get a down payment on a fucking apartment? and then all of a sudden the
Get a
and
job.
people make no sense. Are you retarded? No. I'm going to use all that money toward getting an attorney.
So if it's enough money to get a fucking attorney, which is hella expensive, I know because I had to get one for my divorce. So if you don't have enough money but you can get an attorney but you can't put a down payment on a house, bullshit. Plus, the state will help you.
And getting the fuck off this fucking platform. You know what I'm saying?
Bye. Good.
And get the
Good
fuck away from
riddance.
everybody and maybe counter sue.
Counter sue. She talks like she's such a badass, and maybe counter sue. You ain't gonna get a penny, bitch. No one. You ain't suing nobody. God, you're gross. God, you're disgusting, bitch.
I would have shown them. This is
Ugh.
how I take care of a baby. And you know, if that would have gone through and the donations would have gone through, I would have had a place by myself. I would have had an ability to sustain myself through the money I was getting through YouTube. But
The donations did go
they
through.
don't want me to share my story anymore. So
The donations did
loves
go
me
through.
and actually wants to be with me. So
she's gonna get pregnant again.
let's see here. I know he didn't respect him. He didn't respect me enough or himself enough to brush his own goddamn teeth. All crusty as fuck. Trying to kiss up on me. People are nasty.
Who would want to kiss
and you
her?
know, if that would have gone through and the donations would have gone through, I would have had a place by myself.
They did
I would
go
have had
through.
an ability to sustain my.
They did go through. You've said it many times. I got paid for YouTube. I got paid from YouTube. Oh, it was hundreds of dollars. No, they did go through.
Myself through the money I was getting through YouTube, but they don't want me to share my story anymore. So I'm like, I try not to, but I'm sorry, I can't be anything but honest. And if I were told what to say, then I'll say it. But then I don't like it, and I just tell people this is how it is.
She's one ugly bitch. And I'm saying inside, and it makes her ugly on the outside.
I have no one else to talk to, and this helps ease me.
What about a fucking psychiatrist? The state pays for your shit. But you don't want real help. You just want people to feel sorry for you and tell your fucking fabricated story. And I've noticed she's added more things to it now that the baby's gone and she doesn't have as much to talk about with the baby. So she's adding more shit.
Because there's something to talk at. Just something to have a discussion with. And to share what my thoughts were for the day or what my intentions are or any of it. Legs to anyone. I took photos.
Have a diary. You can do that.
But then I don't like it, and I just tell people this is what. I kind of had an issue with that because I thought that's the baby's bottom, and I don't know if they would want that shown. But then it is just your bottom. So then I thought, okay, rapists. They really were. Wisconsin allows victim to file until their 36th birthday. Well, what happens if you're an elderly and you get assaulted? That doesn't make any sense. Besides, in Wisconsin, my dad stopped touching me when I was older. I was still a teenager when he was still kind of grabbing at me, and I kind of had to put him in his place.
Remember, you guys, her thoughts and memories are distorted. The way she thinks of something isn't always how it really happened. So when she says, my dad was molesting me, okay, what she has said is he grabs her boobs when she walks by or smacks her ass, or not smacks her ass. I think he said he grabbed her boobs, or her mom grabbed her boob and her dad would smack her butt or something like that, which is inappropriate, yes, but I don't think she was sexually molested like a lot of us. And but she uses it and plays with it for sympathy and to act crazy.
And there's no reason, like my mom said, there's no reason to file against him. There's no reason to file against anybody, really, but honestly, I should. Honestly, just to back up my fucking stories, that's actually what should be done. But I'm just such a compassionate person.
Oh,
I don't know
shut
what
it. You're not. Where's your compassion? I've never seen you have any compassion whatsoever.
it is. I think it's just because I had Stockholm syndrome. Way worse and way more aggressive too. I get that. And then
That's
you can
new. That's new. Stockholm syndrome now? That's new.
snap and you were like, okay, that's too much.
Oh my God.
Through all the things that I do, my creativity, my smiles, my, ability to want to work and work. Most people don't think I work, but yes, this is constant work and you know that.
What's constant work? What you're doing? Sitting in the car? Blabbing at people? That's constant work? Shut up.
Cool finger. I know.
So
And
nasty.
give them the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, well,
Is
I'm gonna
not
fast
it's
forward. I
to
can't.
be playful. I'm not trying to just get one over on you. I'm not trying to be cute. I'm being honest and it's irritating and this voice comes out. And I can't help that I've gotten more high pitched again because when I was fat, you couldn't it was very deep. My voice was a lot deeper. And now that I lost all the weight again, I sound like a fucking child. And I'm like, "Oh my god, not again." And then my fucking hair, oh my god, I'm reliving my fucking childhood. And I'm like, "What the hell?" Oh my god.
You're still
I swear to
fat.
Christ.
I'm not trying to be rude, but you're still fat. So what are you talking about?
That's why I thought this baby was going to be an adjustment. I don't know why anybody wouldn't be pleased. Um, at this point, you just can't argue. You can't argue with any of that. My fight in my time to rest yet, to relax. So certain things. So, but yeah, I realized my mom's energy is all over my car because her fragments of her DNA are still here, and that's why I keep thinking about her too. So if I were to just clean my car and get out every bit of everyone else, I would probably be a lot better. The same thing with the energy from the baby stuff I purchased. So
Your
I
couple
don't
of
know
outfits that are taking up so much room.
what I'm going to do with that, if I'm just going to still drop it off or if I'm going to try to be nice to those people. You've got everything you can afford for him. You don't need the shit that I bought. It's just trash anyway. Comes from toxic people, right? You don't understand. You're not listening. You're not listening to them. You're not listening to them. And you're not listening to me because they told me to tell you to step the fuck back. So,
See how she switches personalities? Leticia, here's a piece of advice. Don't stay on YouTube for hours because you know what? Sometimes you might be able to do a video, 20 minutes, a half hour, and stay in your one character. But no, when you go on and on and on and on and on, guess what? You end up coming out with another character and another character and another character. And you wonder why people think you're schizophrenic. You wonder why people think you have multiple personalities. Who does that? Who goes from, God, she looks like somebody I know. Who is it? That face right there. Ooh, God, who does she look like? I can't think of it.
keep your fucking hands to yourself. Oh, apathetic. I'm apathetic toward the entire situation. I have no of a place like a loving place that you did that, and that's why I feel sorry for you because you saw me as just a plaything. You saw me as just sort of an object, as something you could toy with, and something that wasn't going to interact with you and ever tell you off. I had already known, but I just was waiting for you to do the right thing because I wanted to see if you were going to see if you were going to change, to see if you were going to get better. And I hope I
Why don't you focus on you getting better instead of telling everybody else what they need to do? You're not a psychologist. You're not a therapist. You're not a counselor. You're none of those things. You're not a life coach. Why are you constantly telling people what to do? No wonder everybody's left you. Who wants to be with somebody who's constantly picking at you and telling you, you need to do this, you're doing this wrong, you need to that, do that, quit this, do that? Hell no, girl. And then you think you're perfect?
Pray you do. I pray that you find that in your heart.
You get
Whatever you
better.
need to do, I'm just playing along with it. Although I'm not really sure why you didn't adjust my frame of mind so that
And by the way, Miss making fun of everybody's teeth, have you looked in the mirror?
I would have altered what had happened. Managed is by comprehending through humor a lot of times, and that's why even the things that I did comically in front of the mirror that you saw me doing with the whole, shaking my booty in certain ways and cracking up.
You're not
I didn't
funny.
realize you were being so offended.
You're not funny.
Very spoiled my whole life. I've been
Look at your snaggletooth there. Wait, she says she's been spoiled her entire life, you guys. Oh,
privileged for being here in the US. But there are also that give and take. Everything comes at a price.
and your teeth
So I
on the
get that.
bottom are
I
all
understand.
crooked.
There is a price tag, and that's why that ticket either goes up or down depending.
Oh, shit. Miss
Yep.
Snaggletooth.
We're
That's
all
what
like,
I'm gonna
yep.
call.
So focus, or you end up with my seizures, and we don't need that.
Nobody's ever seen you have a seizure. You've been on here for hours upon hours upon hours upon hours, day after day after day after day. You've never had a fucking seizure. Quit making up sicknesses you have.
Oh, that doesn't feel good for me.
Oh my god.
Bzz, bzz, zapper harder. Do something.
Snaggletooth.
Goes on.
That's what I'm gonna call her.
So anyway, please just embracing myself for it, whatever's next. Please stop harassing me that I don't know. Did they give me something that I wasn't supposed to have? I told you, don't be doing that shit. Time of freedom right before anything. Horrifying, because you're like, wow, you're not that cute. You're cute, but why is it coming from you of all people? And I guess we're both just lucky. We're both just lucky. I'm so weird looking, but just weird enough to be exactly what you needed. I don't know. That's weird. I don't know if it's exactly what you needed, but it's something at least better than nothing, better than a lot of the majority. So
you're better than the majority of women out there for him to choose from? I don't think so. Don't think so.
I mean, we can work with what we got to work with. That's all.
Why don't you just shut your trap, big
for
mouth?
some aspects of it, I get that. Sobriety sucks. I'm gonna smoke weed for a while. Just whatever. Like, I know the traumatic events, and people are like, wow, you just went through some trauma.
She even takes her pictures like that.
Engaging with the facts.
It's so weird.
That's traumatic. Engaging with that. And I know I can't physically have him right now, but I would really like to just be with someone. And just that one.
You make no sense. You don't want to be with anybody, but you really would like to be with somebody. But you're done with men, but you really would like to be with somebody. Girl, fucking figure it out.
Just that one piece. But then, of course, the children. I worry about the children. I like too rude about stuff. Very nice. Too nice. Okay, fine. Day 4. Or is it 5 now? Why? I love you so much. All right. Have a good rest of your day. I'm going to get off of here and smoke and then go probably take a leak somewhere.
Yeah, you're so busy. Your life is so busy. You can't work.
take a leak. Took this huge dookie this morning. I like saying the most filthy things.
I hate her laugh.
I couldn't imagine why anybody would want to watch me, honestly, or to listen to me. I say the most disgusting things. And also
And you look pretty disgusting too. And you do say a lot of disgusting things, and I can't believe YouTube allows it. What a fake laugh. Were you doing that when the dog was going down? Ooh, 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 right there, right there. Ew, God, gross. She's so just, ew. That's all I can say. Ew.
Based on reality, based on fact,
No.
based on truth.
Lies. Lies,
He
lies,
took
lies,
my
yeah.
letters and read each one out loud. I wish I could sing just on point like that, but I'm still nervous that people will listen to me. I do it in private. It sounds pretty decent.
No, it doesn't. You sound like shit and you know it. Okay, so let's go to let's go. I just can't. She's such a nasty, dirty skank. Sorry guys, I can't. She makes me sick. Okay, let's go to um let's go to she's so gross. She's like, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, oh. when the dog, with the dog, she's probably sitting there. Oh my gosh, watching her makes me go freaking crazy. Anyone else feel the same way? Anyone else feel the same way? I can't. God. My son's probably trying to go to bed. He has to work too tomorrow, so. Ugh. If I open that door, guess who's coming charging through it? Okay, hold on. Let me get back. Let me get back. Share. 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 Hold on. Okay. Let's see. Which one did I want to play next? Oh my gosh. I don't know which one I wanted to do. This one. This one. Let's do a little bit of this one, then we'll do the other one. Okay? Hold on. Oh, God. Hold on a second. Bear with me. I'll be right back. Intermission time. Hold on. Intermission. 1 second. What are you doing, buddy? that one water. I brought the other five for me. What's this stuff? Okay, stay in there. Oh, you're already in here. You're already in here. Okay. It's cold. Go lay down. No, that's mine. Arr, it's cold. Go lay down, Sosie. Oh my goodness, it's freezing. Go lay down. Sit. Sit. Oh my god. Sit. Sit down. Sit down. Stay. Okay. God, it's chilly. No, this is chocolate. You can't have it. This is like a plant-based chocolate mousse. It's like it's called by the Collaborative. You can get them at grocery outlet. Oh my goodness, they're so good. Okay, let's get back. Let's see what we have going on here. Let's go. Let me make sure it's not muted. Okay. Hold on. Okay.
Feeling at this very time. Please don't mind me. Okay. So, apparently, okay, hold on. I want to make sure to charge my phone so that I can have all this properly.
Have you brushed your nasty teeth yet? Or didn't you say you just woke up? Brush your nasty teeth.
Properly situated here. Okay. So,
Close your legs,
I
nasty.
just woke up approximately like
Gross.
30 minutes, maybe even an hour ago. I've been awake. This crazy bitch, all right? This crazy fucking cunt sends me a message.
Remember what I showed you guys in the beginning? Here she goes.
Saying that she's the foster person taking care of my kid.
Not yours
says
anymore.
That he's such a good baby that she's watching him until we can reunite. And all this crazy stuff about he's such a good baby, he's sleeping through the night, eating well, whatever. And there was a picture of him after feeding.
And he was
That's
sleeping.
how sick these people are. That's how sick the system is, that they're gonna try to give you this toxic shit to make you feel like it's, oh no, it's not a game. We're here. We're trying to help you. No, you're not trying to help me. That is cruel and unusual punishment.
No, you don't want.
You shouldn't have sent me any photos.
No, listen, bitch. Most women would love to know how their baby's doing. Most women would cry and be like, oh my gosh, he's happy. He's being well taken care of. Thank you, God. My baby's okay. That's what most women would think. Not, oh, they're just trying to screw me over. No, you should be, if that was a legitimate, I mean, I don't know how else she could have gotten that picture if somebody didn't send it to her. So I don't understand why she would be upset by that. I have no clue. It's because she doesn't want the kid and it's making her feel like shit inside that she doesn't want it. And so the remembrance of the kid is like, fuck, I was hoping to get off easier than that and just let him go and fuck him. I don't want him.
Of him. He is not mine. That's exactly how the dad responded toward his children. That's exactly how he should be treated by both parents. Because if the dad didn't want him and refused his existence from the moment he was created,
why should you?
I'm sorry. Whatever that was, I'm going to make sure to keep copies of that shit so people know how much you're harassing me. There's no reason to have pulled him away from my tit in order to teach me a lesson. Okay? The fact that you sent me that
It was to protect him, you stupid bitch.
photo is proof of how sick the individuals are that are tending to my child. Living proof that they are that sick that they would try to lure me into believing that I would have even a plausible attempt at trying to have my child on my
Look at
own.
her hands. She's like,
That's how sick these people are. They will take something from you and rub it in your face and expect that that's going to help the situation, that's going to force me to want to work for it.
for a normal
No,
mom, it
not
would.
at all. The
If you were
complete
healthy,
opposite. You just traumatized.
if you were a healthy person mentally, that would make you want to fight for him. And what did she say? You just traumatize. Everybody she comes in contact with traumatizes her.
Me. Don't send me any more pictures. Don't send me any more information about that thing. That is not mine. That is not mine. You're holding it. There's some other fucking stupid bitch feeding him, changing him, all this other fucking shit. You stupid bitch. You're going to hell for touching him. Do you realize that? You're literally going to fucking hell for trying to help him, for trying to help the situation by trying to assault me, harass me. That is
Assault
harassing
you?
communications. Okay? So I am not going to take your bullshit. Whatever the fuck that was, I have no idea what you're doing, but it's not going to feed into my mothering instincts anymore. The mothering instincts are now gone due to the fact that my child was
You never had any mothering instincts, hence why you don't have your children.
taken from me when he was breastfeeding. Those are gone. All that sensation of wanting him back, all that sensation of thinking things are going to go through, that he would be back on my tit in no time, that I would be able to just get.
People need to think about this before they even think about giving that kid back to her. She's obsessed with that boob in her child's mouth. That's all she cares about. That's the only example she uses of how she can be a good mother, is to put that tit in her son's mouth. She is obsessed with this. That is not normal.
Get back on it because, that's very, very hard to deal with. If it's not there, if I'm not tending to it, then it's not real. It doesn't exist. So, and I make these videos as I'm engaging with this information. I literally just saw that. I wanted to make sure that everyone knew, stay the fuck away from me. Please, God.
Why didn't you just
stay the
message
fuck
her
away
back?
from me.
Why didn't you just message her back and tell her? Why do you have to go on live to report every little thing you think? You don't have to talk about every thought that's in that fucked up head of yours. Right, so, right, baby?
I don't need your torture. I don't need your reminders that he's growing up away from me, and he's been away from me for a week now.
5 days.
I don't need that kind of torment and
You're
psychological fucking trauma.
Come here.
All right? You thought that I was playing with the dad too much, that I was just sending him all these numerous messages, and now it's my turn? That you're going to harass me? No, that's my evidence to the courts. These people tried to
No, they aren't threatening to harm you like you were to JW.
harass me after stealing and robbing from me. Then they tried to rub it in my face and thinking that that was going to help, and more than likely it was going to cause another suicide attempt.
See what she
someone
does?
else is
See what she does? Those people didn't harass her. Those people didn't bring her trauma. They try to do something nice to let her know her baby's safe because they would want to know if it was their baby. And look how she twists it. This is how many stories do you think she's told that somebody victimized her when they really didn't? Think about that. What she's saying here.
tending to my newborn. Someone else is changing and feeding him from a bottle. Feeding him from a fucking bottle. No. I'm done. Check, please. That's not how humanity evolves. That's not how we develop. We don't just feed our children with bottles like that when the breast is there and the breast is best. That's his only salvation for his psychological well-being.
Oh
We
my
know
God.
that is his only salvation, is to be accompanied with me so that he can be raised in an appropriate atmosphere. But since the father didn't own up to the existence of the
Appropriate
child,
atmosphere.
I can't own up to the existence of this child. And that's how it's gone for millennia. When a woman is rejecting the offspring of the rapist. Okay?
He's
That's
not a
what
rapist.
happens. We all know this.
He's not a rapist. Is this what, are you doing this to try to prove that you were raped? Girl, that's old news. We know that didn't happen. Hold on.
There's no other
Wait,
ifs, ands, or
oops,
buts
sorry.
about it.
Do I have what, honey? Okay, sorry. Back to my video. My son just came in for a moment. And unlike a lot of people, I keep my kids private off of my stuff. Like most people should. Okay, let's get back to this psycho.
Okay? Just so we can get that clear. Whoa. Fucking whoa. And you're going to make me feel like, oh my God, she didn't try hard enough.
Yeah.
Look at her. She
Yep.
just sat there and smoked.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to sit here and smoke. I'm going to sit here and regain my fucking footing because you just knocked some shit out from underneath me. Don't send me photos.
Leticia, when are you ever going to move the fuck on from life? Like, how long are you just going to sit in your car and do videos and bitch about everybody and everything that happens to you? You cause 95% of the things that happen to you. It's something that happens something happens to you because of something you did or did not do that you should have or should have not done. So this shit is getting really old really quick. All of us could sit in a car and complain about our lives on a daily basis and talk about how this person did us wrong. This person did it. They're continually, this person's always doing us wrong. The government, the state, the da 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 da. Dude, how can you even live in that brain of yours? You need some serious help. But the problem is you refuse to get it. But you think this child, just because it came through you, that you have the right to do whatever you want to that child. Well, given the things you do and say on your videos, do you not realize that that's what's caused a lot of the problems that you have right now? Is you won't shut the fuck up. And it's not about things that make a difference, things that you're standing up for. No, it's just a bunch of hogwash, freaking filler words, bunch of, oh my God, I can't with
Of
you.
that child. Do not try to persuade me into trying to keep some little bastard for 18 fucking years so that I can end up fucking struggling and fucking feeding off the system to try to afford for this baby. And instead, the father should have been affording for it from the moment he was conceived. But instead...
Wait, who's the father again? Oh, you're not sure? Okay, well, that makes a whole hell lot of sense, right? And earlier, you did a video saying that that's your baby. You're the one who birthed him. You're the one who took care of him for 9 months. You're the one. I mean, do you hear yourself? Wow.
I guess I'll have to relay the message just to send everyone, so everyone knows who this dumb bitch Foster Michelle is, right? Whatever the fuck she is, a fucking Satan worshiper, to sit there and act like that's supposed to help me? Fuck no. No one helps me by beating me down. You don't help someone by removing the thing that they need in order to help them with their fucking mental state. So there's my commentary.
You're a one fucking ugly bitch. You're always angry. You're always pissed off. You're always bashing on people. You're just ugly.
For the morning.
Yeah,
What
really?
the fuck
You go on another hour and 41 minutes? Okay.
is wrong with you? You want me to cry? You want me to cry over this? It's spilt milk, bitch. Keep the fucking kid. You want, some bullshit about, she's too aggressive with her words. Bitch, I have to be. Don't you know what the fuck happened when my daughter was 3.5 years old and everyone believed everyone else, the fucking people that abused me? You're gonna sit there and act like all high and mighty, like it was all on me? This is my human form right here, reaching out, mind you. This is not my...
Yep, this is the real Leticia, the one that wants to take care of a baby.
My enlightened mind getting down to the bottom of this. This is me telling you like it is, straight, face to face, bitch.
And that weed's really helping you, isn't it?
If I saw you, I'd knock your bitch ass out, fucking touching my kid, for even fucking looking at him. And you're sitting there, and so you're gonna raise him? Good. Keep him the fuck away from me. That'll keep everyone safe. That'll keep everyone away from me wanting to stab you and rip your fucking eyes out for fucking even looking at my perfect little baby. All right? The same concept with my daughter. Everyone thought, holy shit, why is she so aggressive? Bitch, don't touch my fucking kid.
Her father has the right to touch her appropriately, by the way. And she says something like her daughter's not doing well. She wouldn't know. She has no clue. God, if I ever ran into her, ooh. Oh.
And then I realized it's not my kid.
This is for puppy 1. This is for puppy 2. This is for puppy
that we have ruling over this world wants to steal him and give him to someone else. Well, then so be it. I I offer myself as tribute. I offer myself
Aw.
as the sacrifice,
Aw.
and my mothering, my
Aw,
nurturing,
you're so
all of that
sweet.
just gone.
Aw.
I've offered that
Mm.
as an exchange
Mm-hmm.
for my freedoms, and as an exchange to do whatever I want. You can keep my children. You can keep my firstborn. You can keep my firstborn son. You can keep them. They are my offering to you. And I tried to explain that to people. I made these videos just to reach out because there's no way I'm fighting in.
So she says she makes these videos because she has nobody else to talk to. Really? I thought you were making these videos for your daughter someday. See, you lie all the time. You do make these videos because nobody can be around you, and you have nobody. And that doesn't tell you something? Seriously? If you have nobody in your life that can stand you, you should take a look in the mirror, because it can't be everybody else. It can't be everybody else. So, what did she say? She said something that I was just like, what? What do you want? What you tell me about? Oh, you want to tell me about? You want to tell me, Rob? I love you. I love that face. I love that face. You went on 2 long WALKS today, didn't you? She said something, and I'll have to. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So she thinks it's the government that wants her kids, right? Well, how come the first one's with her daddy then? If it's the government who's trying to set her up and take her kids because they're Satanists and they're this and they're that, then why does her daughter live with her dad?
The legal system. There's no way that I'm fighting for something that is rightfully mine and should have been kept by my side at all times. You don't force people into compliance. You don't force them into working harder by stealing from them. You know that through the generations of slavery.
They didn't
You
steal.
know that. The keeping food from them, from
Quit trying to compare it to slavery to try to reach out to people. Stop. It's not the same thing.
keeping comforts from them, that all you did is beat them down, keep them at such a low vibration that you just
Holding Leticia accountable is beating her down.
destroyed the earth through that. It's not my fault you people are toxic. It's not my fault that you thought killing off things was going to better the world.
Really? Then why'd you kill all those puppies? Huh? I thought you said, oh, it was better for them. It was better for everybody because nobody wanted them. Huh? Deflection much?
How did that make sense? How'd that math add up? Sometimes you do have to subtract in order to add something, but how's it going for you people? Is it going
Everybody
good?
else is fine.
Is it lovely for you? Because I didn't want that child born into this tainted fucking world where the father was who he was. And
Yep, you said that the whole entire 9 months, that was a bastard child, a trash baby. You weren't even going to let him eat off of your breast. You would let him starve. Oh, and now it's funny. It's the one thing you're fixated on is you want him on your titty.
and that I had to just imagine to try to get through it. Holy shit, I've got to pretend like there's love in the world, like there's acceptance, and that's where the donations came in. And I was grateful.
See?
Because I had no idea how I was going to finish sustaining him.
That's when the donations came in. And now she's sad because no baby, not as many donations.
So I donate him to you. I donate him to the people, because that's what it should be. That's how it should be. You offered my my stability during this time. He's your child. He's a bit of everyone's child, So why should I harbor resentments toward even a woman that sent me emails trying to reach out to see if I could be swayed into wanting to run back to him? No, I'm not swayed into that direction anymore. The fact that you told me I was neglecting him, when all I wanted to do was be around him?
Well, no, that's not true, bitch. Because the first moments of his life, you were on YouTube for hours. Instead of talking to the people, trying to figure out what you needed to do. You sat on YouTube and made a huge spectacle of yourself and started freaking out, getting angry, threatening in front of your baby, even. Yeah, that's not a mother who's happy to be a mother.
You've traumatized me. Whatever version of neglect you're perceiving is inaccurate. I am not sure what you perceive as neglect when I was the only one there sustaining his life force.
Oh my God.
The only
No,
one.
there was other nurses there.
The U.S. government partook because they paid my bills during this time. I was so grateful that I cried.
You weren't
while
grateful
offering
for
my
anything.
gratitude.
You weren't grateful for anything. You never are.
And then I
You're
realized
entitled.
that it was all for naught because you wanted to see how I would react and understood that I wasn't going to get that prize at the end. You understood that I had to hold off of my emotions and I needed to stabilize my emotions so that you could understand too how strong I was,
You
how
make no
capable I was
sense.
outside of that sphere.
You make no sense,
Let's keep
bitch.
doing it. Let's see how far we can go in order to make her believe that this reality is hers, that this reality is of my own manifestation.
It
I'm
is.
what you're going to do next.
It
I knew you
is.
were going to attempt that. I honestly did.
Oh
I was
God.
thinking to
Now
myself,
you're a
where's the
psychic.
torture? Where is there? Because they even talked about it last night. They said, well, how are we going to get her to play into this? How are we going to get it to where she has the child again? That she's forced to have to deal with the child again. You can't.
Wait, I thought they didn't want you to have your child. I thought they were stealing it and keeping it from you because they need to repopulate and get the kids in the foster care. And by the way, no, we're overpopulated. No, they don't need to repopulate. Miss Hyper Intelligent. We're way overpopulated. There's no lack of people, children. But do you hear how she doesn't make any sense? One minute she's saying they want to keep her baby away from her. They stole it. They think she's neglectful, and then the other minute she's saying they're trying to see how they can force me to take the baby back. She doesn't want the baby.
I mean, there's so many ways that this could have gone, and you played wrong. You played into it wrong. You got backed into a corner. Now you're going to have to answer not only to me, not only to that child, not only to the people that foster that child, because he's going to be in and out of different homes constantly looking for a home.
I doubt it.
No, you had the opportunity to alter that reality, and you chose not to. You had to
Oh my God.
smother out. They're trying to suffocate out of their system. So, yeah, go for it. I see the cameras too. I'm not
Oh
naive.
my
I
God.
get it.
Shut up.
On video right now, talking to you, filming, smoking weed. What are you going to catch me on? You can't catch me on shit. Even the fact that I have been operating a motorized vehicle high as fucking balls. I'm going to fucking admit that, right? Because it's true. I'm not going to denounce it. And yet I maneuver better than most people that are fucking sober and on their pharmaceuticals.
Please, bitch.
And you've witnessed that. You've
Please.
seen the way that I engage on the road. Mostly it's safe if I'm having a good day. Even if the times there are moments where I get hyped up and I'm high as balls, cutting in and out of traffic, slamming on brakes and swerving here and there, I'm still safer than most people. And you saw that. You've seen me.
You're pretty much always sitting in a parking lot yapping to yourself on camera. So remember I told you in the live last night that I had looked up a few things and wondering what she had, like mentally. Of course, I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't know, but there's a couple things that kind of make me think it's her. What is schizotypal schizotypal schiz- schizotypal personality traits? Peculiar, eccentric, or unusual thinking, beliefs, or mannerisms, suspicious or paranoid thoughts, and constant doubts about the loyalty of others, belief in special powers. Remember, she says she has, what are you doing? Remember, she says she can feel others' presence. There's people, spirits working through her, yada, yada, yada. Such as mental telepathy or superstitions, unusual perceptions such as sensing an absent person's presence or having illusions. So that's one. She's very paranoid. Okay. And then malingering disorder is falsification or profound exaggeration of illness, physical or mental, to gain external benefits such as avoiding work or responsibility, seeking drugs, avoiding trial or the law, seeking attention, avoiding military services, leave from school, paid leave from a job, among others. There's that one. So there are 10 types of disorders: dependent personality disorder, paranoid personality disorder, schizoid personality disorder, schizotypal personality disorder, avoidant personality disorder, obsessive compulsive personality disorder, histrionic personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's two more. There's two more. So fictitious disorders are a mental disorder in which a person acts as if they have a physical or psychological illness when they themselves have created the symptoms. People with this disorder are willing to undergo painful or risky tests to get sympathy and special attention. It is a serious mental health disorder in which a person appears sick or produces physical or mental illness. People with fictitious disorder deliberately produce symptoms of an illness for the purpose of receiving care and attention in a medical setting. The symptoms aren't intended to get them practical benefits. The gain is believed to be mainly psychological. It is considered a mental illness. It's associated with severe emotional difficulties and patients' likelihood of harming themselves by continuing to produce more symptoms, resulting in getting themselves unnecessary procedures and surgeries. Well, she has mentioned many things that she's had to get done. Fictitious disorder imposed on self. This type includes the falsifying of psychological or physical signs or symptoms. An example of a psychological fictitious disorder is mimicking behavior that is typical of a mental illness such as schizophrenia. The person may appear confused, make absurd statements, and report hallucinations, the experience of sensing things that are not there, for example, hearing voices. Remember what she said, I heard them last night telling me. Nobody was with her last night. Factitious disorder imposed on another. People with this disorder produce or fabricate symptoms of illness in others under their care: children, elderly adults, disabled persons, or pets. It most often occurs in mothers, although it can occur in fathers, who intentionally harm their children in order to receive attention. The diagnosis is not given to the victim, but rather to the perpetrator. What are the warning signs of factitious disorder? Dramatic but inconsistent medical history, unclear symptoms that aren't controllable become more severe or change once treatment has begun, unpredictable relapses following improvement in the condition, extensive knowledge of hospitals and or medical terminology, as well as the textbook descriptions of the illness, presence of many surgical scars, appearance of new or additional symptoms following negative test results, presence of symptoms only when the patient is alone or not being observed, willingness or eagerness to have medical tests, operations, or other procedures, history of seeking treatment at many hospitals, clinics, and doctors' offices, possibly even in different cities, reluctance by the patient to allow healthcare professionals to meet with or talk to family members, friends, and prior healthcare providers, refusal of psychiatric or psychological evaluation, forecasting negative medical outcomes despite no evidence, the patient sabotaging discharge plans or suddenly becoming more ill as they're about to be discharged from the hospital setting. How common is it? There's no reliable statistics in the number of people who suffer from this disorder. Getting accurate statistics is difficult because patients don't typically acknowledge their disorder. People with this disorder also tend to seek treatment at many different healthcare facilities, resulting in statistics that are misleading. It's estimated that about 1% of those admitted to the hospital is believed to have fictitious disorder, but is likely underreported. What causes it? Most patients with fictitious disorder have histories of family dysfunction, social isolation, early chronic medical illness, or professional experience in healthcare, training in nursing, health aid work, The exact cause of fictitious disorder is not known, but researchers believe both biological and psychological factors play a role. Some theories suggest that a history of abuse or neglect as a child, or a history of frequent illness in the family, in themselves or family members that require hospitalization, may be factors. The symptoms are lie about or mimic symptoms, hurt themselves to bring on symptoms, be willing to undergo painful, blah, blah, blah. So I'm thinking, she's always saying how she's been hospitalized for trying to unalive herself since she was 12. I'm not so sure that I think that it's that one as much as I think that it's the malingering one. I think that, come on. The malingering. And then there's dissociative disorders. And these are all from the Mayo Clinic. So you guys can look those up if you want, but she's got a few different things, I think.
Parallel park absolutely perfectly on the first fucking attempt. And you've had eyewitnesses see that. And you're like, Jesus Christ, and she's high? Yes, high as fuck on medicinal marijuana. You know? And that's why I know you're not going to play into my fucking heart anymore, because you left an empty hole. You didn't leave enough for a heart to be there.
You left it there.
That's what happened. That's why I wear depictions of hearts. That's why I try to share with people all this love, because there's nothing.
What love are you talking about that you try to share? What?
Nothing left. There's nothing but an empty shell, an empty vessel. Everything that I offer. Yes, I love you as a human being. I love that child that was in that photo. I'm sure it is mine biologically. I'm sure he's a wonderful baby for you. Love it. Good for you. You just made it a wonderful friend. Like, hopefully you don't abuse him and you don't sexually abuse him. So hopefully he'll be fine. But
like you did the dogs?
I don't expect that. I expect
Kiss.
the
Come
system
kiss.
will do what it
No
needs to
kiss.
in order
No
to
kiss.
make this a really good story,
So see.
because they need the evidence so
Thank
that they
you.
can actually have
I
that,
love you.
and they need it as evidence to prove, hey, you did psychologically.
I'm being manipulative with the doggy. Oh, thank you. I'm being manipulative. I pretended to cry so he could be a kiss. I'm sorry. That wasn't nice. I shouldn't manipulate you. I
fuck
shouldn't
this child
manipulate
up.
you.
Hey, you did fuck his life up by removing him from a good person and a good home.
No, they
And
didn't.
even the fact that they
They
allow
gave him a
homeless people
chance.
to go with their children, that they allow this.
They
If
gave
they
him a
just shut their
chance.
mouth and say they have a home, it's a lie, so that they're just like, I've got a place, whatever. I didn't lie. See,
Oh my God.
there's the difference.
Leticia, you didn't have a fucking chance. All they had to do was see your videos. What are you talking about? I didn't lie. See, they wouldn't have known anything if I wasn't honest and told them I didn't have a home. They already knew. The police, remember you came from fucking jail. Fuck. And you couldn't lie because you have to use the fact that you're homeless as your sympathy card. Come on, dude. We're not stupid.
I just caught the U.S. government in not helping
I
sustain
love
a
you.
life. They lied to me
Oh,
by all
God.
of this. They told me that I was going to be able to sustain myself and everything, but they retracted all of that due to my words, due to my freedom of speech, due to my emotions of the.
Threatening to kill the government employees, police officers, ex-husbands, possible fathers of your baby, dogs, actually killing dogs. That's not freedom of speech, Miss Hyperintelligent.
Freedom of speech. Not anything I've actually done. Not anything that they can prove on camera. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I realized when the
Wait,
cameras started flowing into our.
Okay, so now she's gonna backtrack because she just caught herself because she says they've been watching her on camera all this time, right? But now she's like, oh shit, I said they've been watching me on camera, but they don't have any of the stuff I did on camera, so I gotta say this.
Into our city, and they started putting them on traffic lights and stuff like that. I saw, and of course, you had to explain to the people that they still had a right to their privacy, when in actuality you've had footage of us behind in private quarters for many a decade.
Right, so there is proof. Then they saw you burn your baby's crib down, kill those dogs. I mean, which is it? Which is it, bitch? Get your story straight.
And no one knew. You have invaded our privacy for longer than we even fucking knew.
I love you. I love you. Come here.
What's
God.
the word?
Her nails are
I
so
would
nasty.
like immunity, if that makes any sense. Like immunity toward all this shit, so that you can understand that I'm as heartless as you now. You've created a fucking monster. All I want is my gold. I want my gold. I want to be a dragon. I want to hoard my coins. And I don't want anything to do with.
Oh my God.
Rather quickly, because it's a form of some type of autism, isn't it?
Oh, now she's got autism. She has CPTSD. She's got, what did she just say? She has OCD. She's got ADHD. She's got depression. She's got, what did she say? Something earlier she said. I can't remember what I said it was, but she had that. I mean, she's got everything.
I don't know. I'm assuming it is, because you had no idea that I was
I
this
love you.
intelligent, that I caught on to you prior
You're
to you
so
fucking
intelligent.
with me.
You're so intelligent.
Yes, yet I played along.
Uh-huh.
Played along as I should,
Mm-hmm.
as the cameras wanted,
Oh my
as
God.
you wanted as individuals. I played along, played right into the trap, and then I was like,
She thinks she's so fucking smart, but she's an idiot.
Stop. Please stop harassing me.
She's
this
stupid.
Is too much fucking torture for.
You're stupid.
This is something you could be proud of, but
look at how long she goes. An hour and 46 minutes. She just fucking talks.
That's not who I am anymore. Is it chiming again? I don't know what you thought was going to happen. Did you think I was going to put more effort into it?
How long are you going to say the same thing over and over and
Did
over?
you really think that this was going to government? That would make me a terrorist to them. And then there I was always hands-on, helping people. She's always so helpful, too helpful. It's annoying. It's fucking annoying. I'm sorry. That's my personality.
Oh, stop! Don't lick me. It's always you're so helpful. Why aren't you out, like, if you don't want to work? Why don't you go donate your time somewhere to help people? Why don't you go help at like a food bank, a soup kitchen? Why don't you go help at like a not anything to do with children. So, I don't know. Why don't you go help somewhere if you're so helpful? You have so much time on your hands.
That was my personality, and to convey that to, or someone even to take it out on for a moment. And then I would just sit there and smile and say, "Are you done?" Lose him. I loved him very much. I didn't want to be without him. Because everyone and their fucking dad needs to fucking witness it so that they can be like, okay, well, yeah, this is true. We can't like denounce her side of the story. We're going to have to let her upload it because it is her freedom of speech. So the same concept too.
Don't get too excited, because you know what? It's all going to be coming down soon. It's just a matter of time. YouTube's very busy. They have a lot of channels to look at. Don't get too happy, because pretty soon this fat mouth of yours is finally going to be silent. It's the sound of silence. I cannot wait. You have nothing of importance to say. Nothing. People are tired of it, believe me.
Like they're not understanding the story. Same thing with that dude from the crisis center. And then people are like, that's schizophrenia. No, not at all.
Yes, at
I
all.
learned very quickly in the psych wards. I learned very quickly.
You guys, I'm telling you, a lot of the shit she does is a show. I don't care what you say, it is. She plays things up for the camera.
Because you can only be detained so many times without learning. You can only be detained before you start growing, you start evolving, you start trying to manipulate the situation so that it never happens again because you understood that you were violated. There's a difference when you put somebody that has actually been guilty. They are guilty. They deserve to be there. They're accepting of it. If you have an innocent party in there, they're in complete denial. They will find every way to fight for their freedom.
Bullshit. There are people who believe that they shouldn't be in there that are just in there. There are people that believe that they should be in there that fight to get out. What are you talking about? Shut up.
Because they understand that they were poised there trying to set a good example.
And you don't belong in there?
That corruption that was sent through me by you, that horrid. That's why I went peacefully, because I wanted to see how you were going to engage with me, how you were going to stop this madness.
See how everything in our mind is just a conspiracy. I did this on purpose because I knew their moves. I knew what they were going to do. I know what they've seen. I know what they haven't seen. Oh, they're talking to me. Oh, they're videotaping me. They see everything. It's all a conspiracy. If that's not fucking paranoia, schizophrenic, I don't know what is.
You were going to diffuse the situation. His father was actually a psychopath. His father
didn't have any compassion for the world around him, and his mother had too much compassion for the world around it, and it didn't balance out well. It's too bad for poor Jason Lee Wallace II. It's too bad for
Oh
him.
yeah, see how she makes it sound like the father, if it's him, is the bad one. Her, oh, she has too much compassion. What are you doing with that compassion then, Leticia? What are you doing with that compassion? How are you helping anybody? You're doing nothing to help anybody. So I would say the 9 months that you were pregnant and the year and a half that you've been on here bitching, you haven't helped a soul. So
To you, and I'm gonna say, oh my God, this was the perfect novel, the absolute perfect cherry on top.
she thinks she's going to write a book
The irony,
and get rich.
just the poetic,
the making up of all these abuses to write a story. Sound like somebody else we know? Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm going to write a book one day and I'm going to tell all about if these women that say they're going to write a book because their story is so tragic, mine would be a bestseller for a long time, because if people want to hear about traumas and give me a break. But I know a lot of people that have gone through horrific things and they don't act like these women. It's crazy.
justice behind all of it. The poetic justice individuals were being ripped away from, these children. So they're 5 years old and I finally got it. I finally understand it. Like, do not fuck with men. And also get your money, bitch. Go get your money. Go get your money. Go get your money. And that's what I'm going to do.
You're ugly. I'm sorry. But again, it's the thing she says and her mannerisms that makes her ugly. It makes me look at her and want to puke. What is this? Go get your money. Go get your money. How are you going to go get your money? Manipulate men, tease them like you have been doing, and then accuse them of raping you? Watch out. I hope any man that would ever have a chance in coming in contact with you sees your videos, because there's nothing good that could come of it.
Because fuck that noise.
Go get
fuck
your
going
money.
around trying to be in love with something that got ripped away from me and can easily be not. I was going to actually go back. You were betting on it. You were betting on the days. You were betting on everything. You were forcing me to have contractions prior to me necessarily going into birth, giving.
That's normal for women to have contractions before they go into labor. Braxton Hicks contractions. You've had a kid before. You should remember that. It's not a conspiracy theory, bitch.
Birth, going into.
Oh, shut up.
Hope and a little bit of peace beforehand. At least they have, like, for the cancer people, where they're like, what is that? The wish thing. The wish thing. Where
the Wish
get their last wish
Foundation.
before they're dying.
You stupid bitch.
At least offer me that. Some semblance of fucking peace.
Oh my God.
But apparently I'm living for fucking eternity. Like, I guess I'm living to fucking old age. Fuck. What is going on? And
you want to.
I get it.
Or you wouldn't be here.
And I know the stress, and when I get down to earth like this, some people can't take it when I'm cussing.
Down to earth? Like you're making so much sense? No.
At them and whatever. But that's how for, like, no, you can't have everything. You have to have just march to the beat of our drum. March to the beat of our drum. Nope.
Take another hit. That's what you chose over your baby.
Thank you. I'd rather you guys are reading minds. I get that. I want to be able to expand beyond that if I fucking can. Like that, what I just saw, the Immortal, that video that you showed me, that was good. Faithfulness there if you're still incest. I just dealt with it. I knew that things were unkempt and uncleanly and unhygienic, just putrid. I knew, but I dealt with it.
Oh my God.
I seek the purity. I seek the wholesomeness. That's why I go toward the emotions, and you understood that. That's why this all had to play out exactly as it did.
Now listen, this is the same lady that wipes her shit, all over the walls in the jail in the shower. Her feces, mind you, which is very toxic. And she has a shit finger that she uses to touch people when they do something she's mad at or they offend her or whatever. She calls it her shit finger. Gross.
And I'm telling you, why do you keep doing it? I mean, really. I mean, honestly, the fuck is going on? Are you done yet? Are you done having your tantrum? Are these certain mannerisms? You understood that. So I just had to evolve to a certain extent. I'm really sorry that it came to this. I'm sorry that it came to this for the sake of the people that can't comprehend where I'm coming from. When you catch on and you start getting super excited, I know you time frame approximately. So I don't know what other types of code there is out there, but I get angry and I don't want to listen to the code. And that's why I leave it alone. And I'm like, whatever, I'm going to enjoy this while it lasts. That's why I'm always dancing. And that's why I'm always baby talking, because that's just how my being is. That's what this is, what this form is for me. And
oh my God.
I told you guys, like I said, if you're not going to play right by it, seeing things as they were and not through my heart anymore.
You don't have a heart.
That's why I get out all my
cold
emotions.
bitch.
So that you can understand. These aren't different fucking personalities. This is all part of the same being.
No.
Just like different forms
No.
of emotion.
That's
different levels of my emotion.
People don't change their emotions that fast. And you ramble, you talk, and you say nothing. Nothing. It makes no sense, but you think you're making perfect sense. And you contradict yourself constantly. I mean, you're a total hypocrite. I mean, come on, bitch.
So
no,
sorry.
I
do. I don't like saying or doing things that gets anybody else in trouble. That would be a lot of fun. There's so much going on in my head right now.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I like it when it's difficult, and I suppose that's why I did it the most difficult way here with this pregnancy as well. And just relinquishing all of that is worthwhile. And you can sit there and acquire whatever evidence they need to and videos, whatever, and
itching your
see how I'm going to do this. And I would probably ignore a lot of it and not voice anything to anyone. And you know that because you.
That would be a blessing.
I laugh every time I hear it. Why am I so ridiculous looking? Why do I look so weird and I sound so weird? This does not seem right. Like, who is this girl? Who do I see every day?
Ugh.
Well, because you already distorted the beginning. So I was like, okay, we're just going to have to follow through. But, he's an animal and he needs to be reeled in sometimes. Did you like that dress? It was overflowing, wasn't it? That's grotesque. I thought it was horrifying. I was like, oh my God, these things are so gross and just like big boulders, like disgusting. And people actually are aroused by that. People are actually aroused and attracted by when I dress up. It's so weird. So
Who? Because according to you, JW didn't try anything with you until you were in bed and you were out of that stuff. So who in the fuck would be aroused by you in that outfit? With your little the dancing. Oh my God, the dancing girl. Why don't you go take some classes? Why don't you go take some hip hop classes? I can't tell it what kind of dancing you're doing. It's like half trying ballet, half trying hip hop, half trying. Oh my God, I can't. Exercising. It's like, get the beat. Stick with the beat, girl. This chicken dance, no, doesn't. This flailing the arms around, what is that? We have to watch one of her dancing videos. Hold on.
So weird. It's
I'll show you
fuck
guys.
you. I'll say what I want.
Fuck you.
He was my plaything, and that was nice. And it wasn't a plaything. I was very kind to him. He would say the same about her every single day. Just
We're almost done.
ravage the shit out of him. Just fucking take him down. You're not getting up. You're not getting up until I'm done with you. And then when I'm done with you, which only takes a little bit, you can finish up. Because I'm lazy. Because I'm lazy. Some days. It depends. Oh, that'll be so nice. Oh my God.
She says stay away from men. Now she's talking about wanting to fuck.
I'm such a perv. Oh, why am I filming myself in my thoughts, my reactions to this? So on point. Ugh.
Gross.
I don't want to deal with that fool. I don't want to go to court. I don't want to deal with any of that nonsense. That is not for me. That motherfucker was a piece of trash. Just going around fucking spanking girls on the bottom, telling them all kinds of shit. Oh, they want a relationship, just not with you.
How many times are you going to say that? I thought you said, oh, the words, you're going to be so butthurt about words. Well, you've sure fucking repeated this same thing that JW said to you. Obviously, it hurt you. So quit putting other people down when they get hurt by something someone says.
Damn, bitch. Damn. I never ended up with COVID because I put toilet paper down on the fucking toilet seat. It's as simple as that sometimes.
Oh yeah, she makes it sound like because she ate vegan, her bougie food, and she put toilet paper down on the toilet seats. That's why she didn't end up with COVID. I didn't end up with COVID either. A lot of people didn't. What's your point?
Simple as that, but still it absorbs through that. It's only fucking paper. What? It is a porous fucking material. What? Are you insane? And then you think that the fragments of the toilet paper don't get lodged on your cooter and then end up with infections? Yes, I went through the same thing for years. I get that. I comprehend that. I'm trying to be more avoidant of the toilet paper because I know about the toxins now within all the fucking paper products. But what I'm saying is, most people don't. And that's where I'm like, ugh, every day something new, something to avoid.
Really? Wasn't it you who were talking about how your coochie stinks? That it smells nasty and you've got discharge and nasty shit coming out of it? I don't think you're as clean as you try to make people believe.
Something to have to adjust myself for.
Ugh, okay, so here comes my son. He's like, Mom, I don't want to hear you partying anymore. It's funny. Anyways, I just thought I'd have a little bit of fun with it. It's just funny. Like, maybe she should do more happy things like that instead of coming online and bitching all the time. Dance, have your fun. Get crazy. Like Erica Jane says, oh, baby, baby, I want to get crazy. I want to get crazy. Oh, let's get crazy. Anyways, I mean, it's cute. She has fun dancing. I mean, are we all good dancers? No. I used to be a break dancer, believe it or not. I used to be able to spin on the floor with a group of guys. It was so fun. Now I could never do that, but I'm almost 54. So also almost 54 next month. That's crazy. So, no, I'd much rather see her dancing and having fun. You know, she feels good about herself when she's doing that, right? She feels good. She likes to dance. She enjoys it. She has fun. She feels good about herself. Do that instead of just fucking complaining all day, every day, bitching and talking about how miserable you are and how everybody's done you wrong. Change the trajectory of your life. You can do it, and only you can do it. You can't depend on everybody else to change your life for you. But see, when somebody doesn't think they need to change their life, that's where the problem lies. Right, Sos? You tell them. That's where the problem lies. If you don't think you have anything to change, you're going to be living that life forever and you're going to be miserable. Maybe I need to get out my little yoga mat and start doing some sit-ups. Oh, I'm going to try those patch things for my tummy tonight. I have to go make sure my stomach's all wiped off of any sweat or anything like that because it has to be completely clean. I will let you guys know how it works out. I'll let you know if they're worth it. And then I still have to download this to my computer and then upload it to YouTube. So, yeah, that's it. Maybe we'll start doing some dancing videos. What do you think? So maybe I'll put on a... Never mind. I need my pole from Native. Native's supposed to send me a pole so I could do my pole dancing. That's good exercise, I promise. Okay, you guys, I gotta go. Sosa says goodbye. Say bye. Say bye, sis. Come here. Say bye. Say bye-bye. He's looking right at it. Say I love you. Okay. Love you guys. Have a great... Oh my gosh, it's hot. It's the lights. And I don't have the fan thingy on. I've got this on. It's not... It's just a, it's just a sports little... What do you call those? You wear them like under tank tops and stuff. Anyways, it's not a big deal. Or is it? Okay, bye you guys. Have a good night. I'm tired. She exhausts me. Bye. Let's go.